In the dark shadows of late 1960s California, a killer emerged who would become one of the most terrifying and taunting criminals in American history. He called himself the Zodiac. He didn't just kill, he played a game. He sent coded letters, taunted police, laughed at the press, and disappeared into the fog of fear he created. More than 5 decades later, his identity remains a mystery. His ciphered messages still haunt investigators, and his crimes continue to echo through every cold case file. This is the unsolved mystery of the Zodiac Killer. It began on December 20th, 1968. A teenage couple, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, decided to go on a first date. They drove to Lake Herman Road, a remote lover's lane outside Vallejo, California. They never returned home. Both were found shot to death, Betty Lou outside the car, David still slumped in the driver's seat. The killer left no fingerprints, no DNA, just death, cold and clinical. 7 months later, it happened again. July 4th, 1969. Another young couple, Darlene Farron and Michael Majot, parked in Blue Rock Springs Park. Around midnight, a man walked up to their car and opened fire. Darlene was killed. Michael survived, barely. And when he regained consciousness, he gave a chilling description. A stocky man in dark clothes, no mask. Calm, unemotional, as if killing was routine. Then came the first letter, August 1st, 1969. 3 newspapers, the Vallejo Times-Herald, the San Francisco Examiner, and the San Francisco Chronicle, each received a handwritten letter. Inside were chilling details only the killer could know. And worse, there were cryptograms, codes. He demanded each paper publish his cipher, or he'd kill again. He ended the letters with a signature, a circle with a cross through it, the Zodiac. The public was horrified. Police were on high alert, and armchair detectives began what would become a decades-long obsession. The killer wasn't just murdering, he was playing a twisted game with the entire state of California. Days later, he wrote again. This time he gave himself a name. "This is the Zodiac speaking," he wrote, a phrase that would open nearly all of his future letters. The first cipher, dubbed the 408 cipher, was cracked by a schoolteacher and his wife. It revealed a disturbing message. "I like killing people because it's so much fun." It was the confession of a man who didn't just crave attention, he craved fear. September 27th, 1969. Lake Berryessa. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were relaxing by the lake when a man approached wearing a strange black hood with a white symbol on the chest, his now infamous crosshair logo. He tied them up. Then he stabbed them repeatedly. Cecilia died. Brian survived. What made it more chilling? The killer drew a symbol on their car door and listed the dates of his previous attacks like trophies. Then, 2 weeks later, in the heart of San Francisco, he struck again. Paul Stein, a cab driver, picked up a passenger in the city. Moments later, he was shot in the head. The killer took his wallet, keys, and a piece of his bloody shirt. Witnesses saw the man walk away calmly, just blocks from a police station. And yet, he vanished. The Zodiac mailed the blood-stained shirt piece to the San Francisco Chronicle with another letter. He mocked the police, claimed he would attack school buses, and hinted he had more victims than anyone knew. By now, hysteria had taken hold. People refused to go out at night. Children were escorted by armed guards to school buses. Every new cipher brought a media frenzy. Some were cracked. Others, like the infamous 340 cipher, remained unsolved for over 50 years. Police had suspects, hundreds, but no charges were ever filed. One stood out, Arthur Lee Allen. He was eccentric, had a criminal record, and lived near the first crime scenes. Victims' families felt sure it was him, but the handwriting didn't match. Fingerprints didn't match. DNA didn't match. He died in 1992, never charged, never cleared. The Zodiac kept writing. Letters arrived in the early 70s, each more cryptic than the last. He claimed 37 victims, though only 5 are officially confirmed. He said he would collect slaves for the afterlife. He spoke of bombs. He ridiculed investigators, and then he stopped. By 1974, the letters went silent. No more confirmed kills, no arrests, no confession, just silence. But the mystery never died. In the decades since, investigators have reopened the case dozens of times. Forensic breakthroughs like DNA profiling offered hope, but no matches were found. Thousands of amateur sleuths built blogs, books, documentaries, and theories. Some believed the Zodiac was a military man. Others thought he was a code breaker, or even someone inside law enforcement. Theories spiraled into obsession. Then in December 2020, over 51 years after the first murder, an international team of code breakers cracked the Zodiac's 340 cipher. It had taunted experts for decades. The message was as chilling as ever. I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber, but even that breakthrough didn't bring justice. No name, no address, just more riddles from a ghost. In 2021, a group of independent investigators calling themselves the Case Breakers claimed they had identified the Zodiac as Gary Francis Post, a deceased Air Force veteran with a history of violence. They pointed to scars, photographs, and alleged links between him and crime scenes. But the FBI and local police quickly responded. There's no confirmed connection. The case remains open, unsolved. The Zodiac killer remains one of America's darkest mysteries. A man who walked among us, cold, calculating, brilliant, and cruel. He left behind broken families, shattered lives, and a legend that refuses to die. And as long as the ciphers remain, as long as the mystery is unsolved, the Zodiac still has the final word. Because the scariest part, he was never caught, and he could still be out there, watching, waiting, smiling.